now to issues of breast cancer. Now, Breast Cancer Awareness Month is coming to an end, but efforts to fight the deadly disease continue. Now, another very commonly faced cancer by women is cervical cancer. There were over 600,000 new cases and 342,000 deaths in the year 2020. And you can just hear, just by those numbers, the high fatality rates that come with cervical cancer. But it is being said that these cases, as well as the deaths, could have been avoided with a simple vaccine. Let's find out more from Dr. Haynes from the Merwe. He is from the Tygerberg Hospital and he is the head of Gynaecologic Oncology there. A very good morning to you, Doc, and thank you so much for your time. Perhaps let's start with cervical cancer. It is the fourth most common cancer in women. What causes it?
Cervix cancer is to a large extent caused by the human papillomavirus. Now, not all cases are caused by the human papillomavirus, but more than 95% of cases are is caused by the human papillomavirus.
So the HPV, tell us more about that virus.
Yeah, there are more than 200 strains of the HPV virus identified by now, and not all of them are implicated in causing cervix cancer. We know that there are certain strains which we call high-risk strains that specifically causes cervix cancer. The two most common strains are HPV 16 and 18. Now, the virus is transmitted in various ways, but we know that the most common way of transmission is through sexual intercourse. And we can prevent not maybe transmission, but or acquisition, but we can protect against the virus by a simple vaccine, which is now available for many years already. And I think it is important to raise awareness about the vaccine.
And when is the most opportune time for one to actually take this vaccine? Or what are the age perimeters that are suggested?
That is very important. I think what we should understand about the vaccine, it's a prophylactic vaccine, so it's a preventative vaccine. It's not a therapeutic vaccine. So you want the vaccine on board in the human body before the first exposure or the first possible exposure to the human papillomavirus. So ideally, we want to give it to young girls, not before the age of 9, but ideally between the ages of 9 and about 12. So the national vaccine program is aimed to give it to girls in grade 5 as part of the school-based vaccination program.
And is it a shot that you have one time? Do you just vaccinate once and that is it? Or does it have to be repeated over a certain period of time?
Yeah, that is something very interesting. So when the vaccines were released initially, it was given as a 3-shot dose. The first shot at month 0, then another one at month 1, and 6 months after the first shot. But we now know through very good research that 2 doses are enough, and there is some evidence coming out to show that maybe a single dose might be enough. I don't think we have enough evidence to confidently say that 1 dose is enough. So for the moment, we still recommend 2 doses to young girls, and they should be given 6 months apart. If catch-up vaccination is given, with catch-up vaccination, we mean vaccination given to older women, we still recommend the 3-dose regime.
When you say older women, what age groups are you referring to? And if you could tell us more about this catch-up vaccination.
Yeah, so unfortunately, the vaccine has only been available in South Africa since 2014. So there are many women that were too old at the time when it became available who did not receive the vaccine. So if they want to take the vaccine, so I would almost say any woman up to the age of 40 or 45 who has not been vaccinated could consider having the vaccine. We now know also through research and evidence emerging that even women who has had the HPV virus and has had precursor lesions because of the virus and were treated for those precursor lesions, if you vaccinate them at the time of treatment, you can reduce the risk of those women getting repeat lesions later on in life.
You mentioned 40, 45 as the average age up to when you can actually get the vaccination for the older age group. Why is 45 the cutoff age? Is there any biological reason for that?
Well, it's not really a biological reason, but most likely if you by the age of 45 have not been in contact with the virus, your likelihood of getting the virus then is probably much smaller.
And what are the side effects of having taken this vaccination?
There are very, very little side effects, and we know when the vaccines were released, there were a lot of speculation in the media about serious side effects, but I think it's been around now for long enough to reassure the population that the side effects are really minor. So it is not a live vaccine. It is a HPV like particle. So the most common side effects is a little bit of pain at the injection site and redness, but basically those are the most common side effects, and there are no real serious side effects, and the risk for death because of the vaccine is almost negligible.
Well, that's some very good news coming out of Tygerberg Hospital this morning. Thank you so much, Doctor.